Get a copy of Real Living magazine for your monthly fix of inspirational ideas and tips. Real Living. It's your home, your life made easy. Out now.
Hi, my name's Chris and I'm your property mentor. I'm here to teach you how to take the emotion out of decisions, so whether you're buying or selling property, we're going to aim to get you a better financial result. Sometimes you've got to spend money to make money. And today I found a property where we can spend a few $1,000s to potentially make tens of thousands of dollars difference to the ultimate sales price. So what we've got here is a classic red brick 3-bedroom home in the suburbs. It's been on the market for 3 months, and here are the owners, Paula and Ross. Now they're asking $670,000, but they're actually managing the sale themselves.
Basically, we've sussed out what agents really do. They post it on all the websites that they can. They do their bit of advertising in the paper. And we thought, well, let's try that ourselves and see what we can get.
What result have you got over the last 3 months?
Not much.
Not much? No. Can we define not much a bit more?
Basically nothing.
So it's obvious these guys are in need of some help. If you're thinking of selling your property, I've got 4 great tips for you. The first is, get an independent valuation. It's the best money you can spend and it'll give you a really good idea of what your property's worth. The next thing is finding an agent. Walk down the street, see who's selling in your area, because quite often what you're going to find is that the same agents are selling most of the houses. The third thing to do is ask their advice before you do the renovations. Quite often they're going to know what's going to work and what's not. And the fourth tip is, if you're a numbers man like me and you're no good with colours, you need to get an expert to help you choose. I know a really nice girl called Deb that can probably give you a hand too.
Styling your property before you put it on the market can add tens of thousands of dollars to its value. But it doesn't have to cost you an absolute fortune. So every week we're going to show you how to transform your home without spending more than $5,000. Saturday morning in this street, red brick houses all in a row. What are we going to do to make this house special? We're going to render. Let's get this place up to date. We're rendering the facade because we want this house to have a really modern look. Now, there was a time when rendering your house was a bit of a pain. It was a really tough job, and you used to have to pull your hair out to keep it looking great once it was finished. Not anymore. With new technologies, there's acrylic in the render, which makes it really durable, it goes on really easily, and you can change the colours to boot. If the job isn't too big, have a go at doing it yourself.
Oh, that's it.
It does feel cool, guys.
And then go again.
And then...
Flick it. That's it.
Okay, then
Now
I'm
you
going
got it
here.
on. That's it. Now get your edge. That's it. Beautiful. And again.
Just on a little corner of the house. But if it's a bigger job, like the front of your house, it's probably better to get the professionals in, like the boys from Rockcoat. Now, when they finish rendering, they have to let it dry for at least 48 hours before it's time to start the finishing touches. We're rolling on our paint, which has a little bit of sand in it to give it a beautiful texture, so as to avoid brickwork showing through your render. Our makeover is in full swing. Outside, the boys are painting the render and the house is taking on a whole new look. See? Garth, our landscaper, is also flat out, making that garden look like $1 million. So now it's time to fix up the interiors. When you're selling your house, sometimes your own personal taste doesn't appeal to potential buyers. So you've got to depersonalise. The aim of today is to conquer the clutter. So we're going to get these trinkets wrapped up into a box and out of here. This house also has 2 big living rooms, but I don't think we're making the most of the space. And when it comes to real estate, lots of space can make that sale. So one of the easiest ways to create heaps of room is to brighten everything up. That means these feature walls are on their way out too. Finally, rid of that red. We love this bathroom. Look at all these beautiful Art Deco features. But there's clutter in here as well. It's all got to go. It's amazing how much difference a basic tidy makes. Okay, the furniture's all been cleared out of here. New furniture's about to arrive, but the piano, it's not going anywhere. That's not really me. This is me. We've decided to rent some furniture from Valiant Hire. It's a great way to modernise your house for your open inspection without busting your budget. We've finished the interiors now and we've decided to give you a little sneak peek of the living room. The owners had some fabulous retro sofas, so we've decided to keep those because they're back in fashion. And we've added a few of our own modern retro pieces just to slick it up a little bit. You know, when you first walked into this house, there was a feeling of heaviness. The drapes were just pulling the place down, so we've got rid of those. We've added some beautiful floaty curtains, and then with this peach carpet, we've covered that with a lovely white retro rug as well, which has just lifted the whole spirit of the place. We're back on site and we're filling the planter boxes with lily pillies, some beautiful grasses, agaves, for a stronger modern look. So speaking of strong and modern, here he is.
Thank you, Deb. I've been down the gym most of the day.
I know. So Chris, what do you think?
Well, I must say, the first time I saw this property, I wasn't that impressed. Quite often I see quite a few and I carry on driving, but this one I knew had a bit of potential. Now, Deb, I'll say you've done an amazing job here, but don't tell me you did that for under $5,000.
Yes, we did. It was easy. The first part of the job was to render the facade and the retaining wall out the front. When it was dry, we painted it. Just have a look at the difference. The guys from Rockcoat can do this for you for about $3,000. We also trimmed the hedges and replaced the plants. They cost us about $300. And I thought it would be a good idea to modernise the tiles on the balcony with some non-slip paint. After we decluttered and put some of the old furniture in storage, we repainted, spending about $60 on paint. And then we hired some retro pieces to complement our furniture. We got it for 4 weeks from Valiant Hire for about $1,000. Which means if you want your house to go from this to this, and from this to this, and from this to this, you can for about $4,860.
This is a typical street in the area, and if you have a look, pretty much every single house is exactly the same. They're all red brick. So if you're trying to find something that's nice and unique, and you suddenly come across this property here, it just stands way out above the rest. And it's one of the best ways you can add real value to your property and make that sell. What do you reckon, Deb?
Yeah, as long as you help with the painting next time.
There's no place like